Good day, everyone. Thanks for being here. Look, this is a follow-up from the last message. It's a very important one, and I can't go over everything that I've already just said. Um, so this is a continuation. So part one and part two. So if you haven't seen part one, go back and watch part one, um, because um, I can't really repeat everything, right? And can I give you a quick rundown? We're talking about the codes being recognised in the DNA of specific bloodlines within the masses. The old hierarchy is crumbling. Uh, they're moving into this low frequency energy because it's all been exposed because of the high frequencies being activated in in specific bloodlines within our communities. The low frequency energies and old paradigms are being dissolved. And this is where I was up to, is like the energies that have been labelled as antichrist and like the suppression of the feminine balance within the communities, as well as the loss of ancient technologies that have been suppressed, that are now coming to the surface. People are done a lot of research, and all those technologies are going to be coming back, and it's going to create freedom for everybody. This is the good news for everyone, right? Like, not to worry with the suppression that we're feeling, because the dark energies from the old paradigms are coming down, but they are going to be, like digging their claws in and trying to hold on to the system as it is. But it is dissolving. They are dissolving, and I'm not saying there's going to be a big retaliation. It's going to be a slow movement from behind the scenes. There's not going to be a big uproar. There's not going to be any big deal going on. I mean, it looks like it here with the tower, but it is going to be a slow, gentle change. And these suppressive energies that I've got here in the background, who were actually the old paradigm leaders here, are now in this sad energy, right? Because their power is coming down, all right? So, and it's going to allow for the suppressed energies that actually had the real knowledge of the old ancient knowledge is being activated in specific bloodlines, DNA, and that knowledge is resurfacing with people's memories. The codes are being activated within specific people. Some people call them the chosen, you know what I mean? But we don't worry about labels, right? Because the labels suppress the energy flow. Okay, so we eliminate the labels as chosen, or whatever you want to call, or whatever, right? We just see where the energy source is within specific bloodlines, and then what's happening is that they're filtering out. So the ripple effect is coming from the individuals that have had their DNA activated within themselves, and it's come with ancient knowledge and code activation, and it's just because they've opened and their memory is coming back, and it's coming through their DNA. So the codes have been activated in their pineal gland from their specific lineages that are connected to the ancient technology. So these new, so there'll be new you know, all the technologies that are going to be coming forth is going to provide everybody with everything that they need, their power, their water, their food supplies is all going to be recalibrated, and it's going to cause the old paradigms and dark, low frequency leaders will be dissolved, and the new high frequency leaders will be put in place for that ripple effect. But it's not like a hierarchical as the old paradigm was. This will be like, there'll be just and this, like I said, I don't want to label, some say chosen, or you know, like it's really those that have just been activated, right? Well, those in the bloodlines, you know, the first will be last and the last will be first, something like that. But anyway, those people have been activated, the codes have been activated in their DNAs for them to be awakened, and then the knowledge will come from then, and then it will ripple out into the rest of the communities. So these people are all over the world. They're within organisations and things already. They've already been put in place everywhere for that knowledge to start being revealed, and it's going to provide everybody with freedom. This will be a free world. Okay. Yeah. So there's the good news, right? Emperor in reverse is in reverse. So the old paradigm is being dissolved. And it's not like going to be a big like meltdown where people are taken out and murdered or whatever like they did, right? To the ancient, you know, like the ancient civilizations. It's not going to be like that. That will just be dissolved. It almost like melted. I'm seeing like just like their frequency, their vibrations is going to be so low, right? Fallen, right? It's in fallen. So low, the frequency will be just like, you know, like a really low, dark frequency. That's hell, right? That's where all the dark critters and cockroaches crawl around. But for the majority, with the high frequency and knowledge being put in place for the majority, for those that have, I can't even say majority, I'm going to say those that have raised their vibration. Like, see this Queen of Wands here, this person that has been, you know, unjustly demonized, the feminine energy here is very productive. She's like she's a leader, she's a business person, she's planted flowers, she's got the sunshine, her frequency is up here. She's sitting across and she's very stable, she's got the lions underneath her. This is like, this is the lions here are like these are like bodyguards almost, like, let me see. This is what I'm seeing. Let me show you. And I pulled this out yesterday. This keeps coming back to me, but this is what I'm getting again here. Hang on. Here we are. This is the dream that I had. These frequencies here, these high vibrational. They're giving me these two lions. See them? And the feminine energy here. This high vibrational. Person, this would be like a node, so she is like a node within wherever she's placed in the world, right? She's behind this is like a big stone wall. She's behind here, and this is a lot of light. She's in there, and she is protected by these lions, these high frequency energies here, and they are their energies. And outside is this dark energy. So that's what's been left out, and they will just be dissolved and fall away right? That we won't even notice them. Okay? They're just going to fall away into the darkness. So those that have, and this energy here has in the past been very demonized and suppressed, and demonized as the Antichrist, but that's far from the truth. These energies are that, because they're low frequency. Their vibration is very low. That's people fear, fear and oh, you know, like that miserable, oh, woe is me, you know, those that sit in that dark energy, and that's what the hierarchy have fed off as people's fear and misery and low vibration, never gonna be anything, kept in that low suppressed energy. But humanity at this time is being called to raise their frequency into this energy. But there is like the dark energies, we have the lies here, lies here to stop people from moving to the higher frequency. This is like these energies clawing at, trying to keep people down. So they'll use lies and suppression and demonization of those in the higher frequency as being Antichrist. And like I was saying yesterday in my reading about these energies here, that are actually the bodyguards of the higher frequency energies, or the nodes, you know, like they've just released a movie called The Ghosts, but these are the ghosts are being demonized as the, you know, like bad energies, and this is what I'm saying. They're saying that this is Antichrist. This is these energies that are protecting the nodes. The nodes are those energies that have opened up, you know, have risen the frequency and are spreading that knowledge out, and that's ancient knowledge that has been suppressed through the suppression of knowledge and keeping everybody in that, you know, on the treadmill, you know, in that low frequency slave energy. So they'll be clawing back, but yeah, they're demonizing the spirit, the spiritual, the energies that are protecting the nodes, those that are having their codes activated or have already had their codes activated, and these people have been activated, or they've been their activation and code recalibration have been happening probably for the last 30 years. Those who know what I'm talking about. Okay? Those in the awakening, those that have chosen to stay in that old frequency are going to be dissolved. Alright? Those with the double-sided values that, well, you know, have the knowledge that they have been suppressing. Okay? The knowledge. Page of Swords. They've been, so keeping people in poverty, right? Through partnerships. Knowledge, poverty. Knowledge, poverty and partnerships, I'm hearing. Knowledge. There could be somebody here, now this is for an individual, that is in poverty because they got this double standard, right? This is somebody who's clawing back, who wants to come out of this energy because they're recognizing somebody's knowledge, and because they're broke, they may be bankrupt. They want to partner with somebody. This is somebody with double-sided values, and this is somebody trying to claw back maybe a relationship, or maybe they are actually trying to raise their frequency with this partnership, or for partnership. This is somebody who's, I don't know, because this person is in this energy. But like I was saying, this person appear, because I always see this person as very negative. Who's trying to show themselves here? Yeah, they're looking at someone's resources, somebody's work, resources. They might want a new beginning, or they may feel small. This is somebody here, like I was saying, this person always has come across to me like the overseer. You know, that prick that always oversaw the slaves, the one that had the whip, and they're usually a turncoat. You know, they'll go on whichever side's winning, you know what I mean? That's what this person is. But this person is actually kind of softening, like I was saying, they look like they're softening their heart to a partnership, but it could be just because that they see that somebody's got the knowledge, or they're watching somebody, they see that somebody's got the knowledge, and they could be broke. And they got these double-sided values. You know, one minute they're this way, and the next minute they're that way. Like I was saying, they're the turncoat with the whip on the slaves. They're usually somebody of their own kind. You know, like in the past, they were like the trackers that hunted down those that were. And a lot of these people have been like put on a pedestal by the authorities, but they were actually the turncoats that tracked their own people, and those that were trying to fight for their independence. They worked for the man, right? This is the turncoat with the whip. This is the one that went against his own people for his own salvation. Well, you know, just to save his own ass. That kind of person. You know, this person's like, and now they want to do it again because they're broke. So now they want a partnership with someone here because they're broke. So just be mindful of this person, okay? This person will go either way, you know what I mean? This person's, you know, he's got no integrity. He will just go where the money flow is, you know what I mean? He won't stand up for what is right. He's just looking after his own butt. Oh man, this person's pissing me off, right? This is the sort of person you want to poke their eyes out. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Clarify this, but somebody, I don't know, this person is softening. This person actually looks like they're getting a heart. Someone's feeling their heart. This person's never had a heart before. It's energy. So this is not just like, okay, so wherever you are, like there's always the pattern, like within the codes, within the groups, within the masses, right? And there's always this type of person, that type of person, this one, that type. You know, the pattern's always balanced of types. And this one is, like I was saying, has always been this turncoat type. But this person's frequency's changed. It's like they're softening their heart is softening, or they're actually feeling a heart. They've never had that before. This person has never had a heart before. This person was always just out for themselves. They've never had a heart before. But here they look like they're actually starting to feel something. All right, Liam. Could be for Queen of Swords here. This could be for cause an illusion. Just pause. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, so okay. Yeah, so I was talking about this person as reflecting, and they might be softening their heart. Now I just want to reflect on that too, because I was saying about, you know, like the trackers and the turncoats and all that sort of stuff. I just want to mention that not all of our trackers and that were, you know, like on the wrong side of things, because some of them actually infiltrated for a reason, so that they could actually be like a decoy, you know, like they did have the right intentions, even though it appeared like they might have been on the wrong side of things, they were actually on the right side of things. I actually read a article the other day on, I can't remember the lady's name, and I should have paid more attention to her name, you know, just to give her that acknowledgement, you know, like during you know, World War II, and she was a dancer, you know, like a performer for the Nazis, but she turned out to be like a super duper, you know, like she worked for the underground, but she appeared to be on the side of the opposing forces, but she wasn't. So I just want to acknowledge those people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say that they're all like just out for themselves, but of course there's those overseers who were, right? The ones that look like that. Alright, so I just want to clear that up. But this person here, even though he's been one of these that, you know, it was always out for themselves, right? This person looks like they're actually softening their heart. And so this could be the whole... So what I want to say is, like, there's always, like, say we've got our, for want of a term, right, I'll just say like the chosen person who is the node within wherever they are, right? They're the node in the community to be rippling out this new, the new old way, I'll say it like that, because it is ancient knowledge, it's not new, right? It's just been seen as new age or new, whatever they want to fucking call it, right? It's not new, it's old, ancient, it's in the human DNA, right? Anyway, in the pattern of the whole of the cell, that chosen one, or where that node, we'll call them a node, there's a pattern of energies around them, and there's always the positive and the negative, right? So this person has been a negative in this person's cell, like the scope of their ripple, I'll say it like that. And this person's always been there as a negative charge, right? But this, it's like this energy is, I'll say, like I say, it has flipped this, it is softening into a higher frequency. So all the energies within the cell, the frequencies, the buzzing, like you've got your center node, which is this chosen, right? The person that has had the DNA already activated to be in a certain frequency is buzzing. So all these other energies, they either are drawn to and make that energy bigger, let that frequency grow, right, to encompass the scope of the ripple. You understand? The lower frequencies will fall away. If they don't vibrate at that same frequency to come into that energy, to create a larger cell, they will just be vibrated out of the whole picture. You know what I mean? Out of the whole cell. They'll just, like I said, they'll be dissolved. right? But this person's vibration is starting to, it's kind of like flicking like this, like, it's kind of like, it's like been really low frequency here, right? But I'm getting this, like, it's almost like a, you know, like the old crank, an engine that's just starting to get going. It's like, you know, it's trying to, and then it goes boom, and then it boosh, right? It comes to life, and the engine's going, you know, at a frequency. It's like that, and I feel like that's what's happening to the individual here. But within each cell, from every node across the planet, has a ripple circumference, right? It goes to a certain, and then there's the next cell that over there, one over there, one over there, and they all until they make up the whole planet, right? But it depends on how far their cell ripples. Just okay, so it's up to the individual to get their engine flowing, right? Or whether they stay in that energy, they can step up. It comes to and it is about softening the heart, actually feeling it. Feeling the energy, you know what I mean? To be able to raise that energy, one has to feel the energy, one has to feel the heart. This person is actually, it's like they go, oh, whoa. It's like, oh, they're feeling something there. And it's starting to do that and come out, and it's starting to encompass their whole body. This is really interesting. But initially it is like, it's giving them some sort of realization that is actually, feeling that heart is actually bringing about a sadness, a grief, because of the realization of what their frequency may have been projecting onto others that kept them in that low vibration. Okay, so let's have a look at this person here. This, I think I'm not sure whether he's a knight. Yeah. Heartbroken is in reverse. Is that correct? No. Yeah, no, this person's heartbroken over this connection here. Somebody walked away. Queen of Cups. Yeah, something ended because they were causing illusions about the sun, about where this person was causing illusions about where the sun was, where the warmth was, where the real energy was coming from. Yeah. So they were heartbroken, so now they want to actually create a partnership here, or they're heartbroken because they're realizing that that's where the energy flow is in this partnership, of where that actual sunshine was coming from. They're actually realizing where the energy flowed from, and they may have suppressed that. And now they're heartbroken because, they're feeling their heart. They're actually feeling it. Like I was saying, it's starting to feel something. They may have walked away from a Queen of Cups or ended something with a Queen of Cups because of illusions, about the sun. They lied about something. They're lying to themselves. Someone was lying to themselves. Alright? Clarify the Three of Swords, please, Spirit. Sorry about my dog. She just barks at everything that moves. Somebody wants to invest now. So this is somebody getting a heart, they're feeling their heart, and now they want to invest in something. Or they see where the nest is. See, they're kind of outside the nest. like I was saying, all the cells coming together in the nest, right? See all these different cells, and this person's been just sitting outside of it. It's like a fringe dweller. Not getting on the frequency, not getting on the vibration to be in the nest. This person's outside the nest, outside of the frequency that they need to be in to be able to enter the nest. So now they're juggling their frequency. This is the engine trying to get into the right vibration. That's what that is. They're trying to, it's coming with the feeling. Okay, clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. And Love and Matters is coming out. Yeah, now they want to give. So they may have been in this, this is this low frequency energy, mine, take energy, like mine, like that real selfish energy. And now it's been flipped, so now they want to give. They want to give to the nest. Untempered. Yeah, look, they're passionate. They want to give unconditionally. Wow. It's been a burden. They could have had somebody in their energy that was a burden to them, could have been draining their energy, draining their resources, draining their energy. There could have been somebody in that low vibration frequency with them. Okay, 6. Okay, so somebody's not communicating. So what is this 8 of Wands, please, Spirit? 8 of Wands, number 12 could be significant. 12. Okay. Yeah, here we are. They're trying to, they might be wanting to communicate. It's like, I'm seeing, the old phone where you go, and it goes, come back. Next number takes ages. Remember the phone? If you're of a certain age, some people don't. We have a King of Wands. Somebody might be calling a King of Wands, or somebody's calling a King of Wands. Could be communicating with the King of Wands, or this person is stepping up to King of Wands energy. They're trying to get in the frequency of a King of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so somebody's trying to get in the frequency of a King of Wands. Who is it? Like a business person, it's a stable person, this is a person who knows what they want. They could be a Leo, don't have to be, but they're in this, they want to, they're raising their fibre, fibre? Fibre. Somebody raising their fibre. Somebody might be having some intestinal issues. They might be eating more fibre or trying to. It's funny. Anyway, side note. So this person wants to step up into a more business-like energy. This is raising their frequency, raising their vibration. They know that they had to make a decision about something in the past. Something has not ended, and somebody's got a victory. I feel like this person may have had a victory over themselves to be able to raise themselves to this vibration, unless this is an outside somebody that somebody could be talking to. They could have called someone, or they want to call someone, because this is coming out with the 8 of Wands, which is a blocked communication. They might not be able to get through to someone with this slow dial phone. Clarify this King of Wands, please. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. earth sign. Somebody's out of balance. Somebody's caught. So somebody's calling a Queen of Pentacles who's out of whack. Or a Queen of Pentacles is trying to communicate with this King of Wands. But the way that came out, it's like somebody's talking to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but that person is not balanced. We have a Fool in reverse. They're trying to make a decision. There's a lie here, the Ace of Swords. So whoever's talking, this person could be talking to someone and they're telling lies. It could be over some, that low frequency energy is ending with the Five of Swords in reverse. It's like that sabotaging energy is ending, that sabotage energy, a third party between a Queen of Swords, causing conflict. So somebody here, somebody's not missed an opportunity. This Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, has caused, so this is somebody that this King of Wands here was talking to, was causing some blockages in communication. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn in reverse. This person is not balanced. So this King of Wands could have been juggling this person with the Queen of Swords. And they were telling lies. That's why this Queen of Swords over here is in reverse, to cause towers for this King of Wands, who put them in this Five of Cups energy. It brought down their vibration. So there was another third party interference here that lowered the vibration of a King of Wands. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. So somebody's got their guard down now. Guard down, Seven of Wands. So somebody split, right? It's now balanced. This was coming out in reverse before, and now this is in the upright. Somebody's dropped their guard and they're regaining their balance. And this person is now coming out as the King of Wands, which is somebody who has stabilised after this interaction with this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They've now dropped their guard and they've stabilised, or maybe they've stabilised this person. Maybe they were talking to this person to stabilise their energy. You know, like talk somebody down or into alignment. You know, like somebody was talking to somebody to maybe balance out their frequency. And they've been successful. But somebody was doing something under the moon. It could have been a King of Pentacles. Somebody doesn't regret some sort of love. We've got the Ace of Cups there. They might be moving quickly. There could be a King of Cups. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. Six of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. The balance. The scales are balancing in someone's, it could be in somebody's material. Somebody's wishing to balance the scales. Somebody's dropping their guard. They want to balance the scales with something or with someone. They want to balance something out. Something's not ended. We have somebody being bound to not end. This is giving me, we've got a High Priestess at the bottom of the deck with the King of Pentacles. There is a deception about a Hierophant. we've got this bound energy here, something is not ended, and this crow here is giving me the hangman energy. Somebody's stuck, bound. Somebody's stuck and bound, it's not ended. So somebody is stuck and bound in a situation, but they're longing to balance something out. Maybe with that, there's some sort of deception with these two energies. At work with a Hierophant, something to do with resources. Clarify the Eight of Swords. The Devil is in reverse, the Page of Cups is in reverse, the Emperor is in reverse. Somebody's feeling small. This Emperor in reverse is feeling small, but the Devil here is in reverse. So this could be somebody trying to balance themselves out. They feel like they have to start all over again. They feel like they're at the... It's like somebody hitting rock bottom, but the Devil's in reverse. But they're still bound in some way. They want to balance something out with someone, but they're still bound to something in some way. There's a High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. They're still bound, but the Devil is in reverse. So they want a new beginning. So somebody's like at the bottom of the barrel. I just heard, yeah. I think they want to balance something out with a High Priestess. Yeah, because it's the feminine energy, right? Who they've been labelling as the Antichrist. But in the dark, wanting to take from the High Priestess. In the dark. Cause burdens for themselves. Because they were wanting to take. They just wanted to take. Right. Yeah, and like I said, somebody was here in the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, somebody's like bankrupt. Still bound to some sort of stuck energy. But the Devil is in reverse. Clarify the Devil in reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Somebody's in regret. They're in regret about a Ten of Cups. Their whole complete wish fulfillment. Or they're in regret about some family judgment, about resources. They may have been overindulging. They're under judgment. Yeah, we've got a dark magic. Manipulation. Overindulged in manipulation here. Yeah. And it's got them stuck. Overindulging in manipulation, and it's got them, stuck energy. The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Look at that. Collective, the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune is going in the collective favour. I just seen 49, actually, sorry, 43, 43. I just seen on the clock at that time. Look up that number. So they're in regret about their wish fulfillment. They've done themselves out of their own wish fulfillment. It's like they manipulated themselves out of their own wish fulfillment. The Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify, please, Spirit. Something's not over. Something's still moving. King of Pentacles in reverse. No deception that somebody's broke. Oh, and they're out of love. There's no deception that somebody's broken out of love. It's like they were pretending that they had it all, but they didn't. It was a deception. Silly move. Clarify the death in reverse, please, Spirit. Clarify the death in reverse. Clarify the death in reverse, please. A house in reverse. So somebody could be homeless. They're without a house. This is also giving me without a... It's like somebody's lost their whole... Wow. Belief system, or they've lost their whole structure, they've lost their whole stability, they've no stability, they've lost, but that comes within someone's, they've hit rock bottom. It's like a never-ending something. Clarify this house in reverse. This is with the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. There's good news here. There's good news about, wow, a house in reverse. This is like alchemy. The good news in the loss. The good news is the loss of the house that was false, the false house, the false stability, the Antichrist, the false prophet. The good news is this is in reverse. The devil in reverse. The devil is in reverse, and sunshine is coming out, and the Wheel of Fortune is turning. But yeah, but something has not ended. I've got a marriage in reverse. Why is that in reverse with? It's like a marriage is not over, but it's over. Does that make any sense? It's like got death in reverse, but the house is in reverse. So it's like a contradictory here, a contradiction. And this is here, like a partnership is over, but it's like a marriage is over, but it's not over. Doesn't make any sense. There's the good news. Right, so going back to the macro, so the end of the old paradigm, the old house, the old partnership has ended, but it hasn't ended everything. It hasn't ended, but this is good news because the sun's out and the wheel is turning for prosperity. It's an ending of the old paradigm and moving in. The good Lord is here. The sun, the good Lord, the Wheel of Fortune is turning for complete wish fulfillment. There's a meeting. Ooh, somebody's having a meeting with a bad lady. Or maybe this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What's the bad lady here in the meeting? The bad lady in the meeting. Or maybe this is a meeting about the demonized feminine energy. With high honour. So somebody labelled somebody as a bad lady, they're having a meeting, and now that energy has shifted into high honour with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sunshine here. Yeah, there's no grief. No grief here. No grief. The child is in reverse. Why is the child in reverse? So somebody is not renewed, or yeah, the partnership is in reverse, but it hasn't caused an ending. Like, clarify the small child in reverse. A legal matter about a loss of a child. Somebody lost a child. Or it could be no new beginning within a marriage or something. Yeah, somebody's not been lucky. Bad luck, legal situation. Maybe somebody was trying to trap someone with a child. Someone was not grieved about losing a child. What is this? Not grieved. And someone's not going on a journey, and they're not sick. Somebody might have been claiming to be sick. Shh. Just wait a minute, I'm nearly done. Okay? And we'll go and do some work. Okay? Just wait. Wait. Sorry. So someone's not sick, they're not going on a journey, they've not got a new beginning. What? Ooh, someone's going to jail. Jail. Well, like I said, somebody was bound. A rich girl. What is this? Rich girl, a long road. Someone's bound to a rich girl on a long road. A rich man. Rich girl and rich man we have on a long road. This is giving me the frequency, the frequencies, like two energies. So it's like a change in the vibration here, because like I was talking about on a cellular level, and someone was trapped, or the trapped energy. It's like somebody might have been feeling trapped with someone. Like in a system, it's the system. Someone trapped in the system, and now that has been reversed, but it hasn't ended. Like this journey with this rich man, rich girl here. So we've got journey, rich man, rich girl, and this is giving me like the two cells. So you've got that center frequency of the rich girl, and then this whole entire journey or story here has brought this rich man in because the frequencies lined up on the journey. Because the low frequency with the house in reverse, and that's why we've got the devil in reverse, that somebody was at the bottom, like trapped in the jail, right? Realised they weren't sick on a journey. They were not grieved about some sort of bad luck, like losing a child, like losing a new beginning with somebody who might have lost a new beginning with a different system. the different frequencies. So somebody lost a situation, they lost something within another vibration of whatever they were doing. They lost something there, they rose their frequency to the good Lord, high honour, and became rich on this journey because they raised the frequency up to this standard. So something is ended, but something was gained. That was very complicated just to get that right. To end, this is letting go of the old and embracing the new frequency. Just a minute. Okay, so somebody here has raised their vibration up to the new frequency, and this is why we've got this sun and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is like the two energies here, and this is giving me these two energies. So we've got the sun and the Wheel of Fortune, rich man, rich girl. This is like the cells meeting. You know, like the two energies are magnetized together because they're vibrating at the same frequency. Okay? But the good news is that something else had to end. And it was something to do with whatever this other person was in a low frequency, who was this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So a Queen of Pentacles in reverse was trying to sit with a King of Wands who was in the upright. But see, the frequencies are wrong, that they don't match. This is high vibrational and this is low vibrational. She's in reverse. They were trying to maybe have a child, or, you know, like trying to build or try to maybe procreate. That they had bad luck. They never had a child, and because the frequencies didn't match, but somebody was not aggrieved about that, but it did cause some sort of legal situation and some bad luck, and it prevented somebody from going on a journey, but it turned out that somebody was not ill and stuck. They were not ill and stuck. So somebody might have been playing ill, you know what I mean? Like somebody might have been playing that they were stuck to try and hang on to someone. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse could have been, you know, this person could have been having a meeting with someone and saying, oh, you know, like, you know, they might have been ill because they lost a child or something, but, you know, they had bad luck, and, you know, they could have been trying to cause a legal situation for this King of Wands, right? Who's this Emperor in reverse, and this whole situation kept this person at this low vibration, which was a Page of Cups in reverse. Like, it doesn't get any lower than that, right? That kept this Emperor in reverse, like, lowest as they could be. But this person turned this house on its head. It ended the house, but that was good news because it didn't end. Yeah, so they ended a situation with someone in a house. So somebody might have been living with someone, this person. So that ended, and that was good news for somebody because it raised the vibration for these two to come together. Somebody raised their vibration to good Lord. And so this is this person over here that who was in this very low frequency, and then they reflected and they started to feel a heart for a different frequency. They started to feel different. So they wanted to raise up out of this energy who was bound with this Queen of Pentacles. They had a situation. No, Luna. Sorry, we're just about done. They may have lost a child, but it was because their frequencies didn't match, or their genetics maybe didn't match. But that caused this frequency to come together, these two frequencies to come together, because somebody, the good Lord may have spoke to somebody about high honour, to raise the frequency for these two cells to come together. All right. Wow, that was pretty crazy. But this, on the macro scale, is the frequency of abundance for everyone, right? And so within the cell, that the node, the initial node, who is the collective, high frequency, feminine energy, raise the frequency, and for the rich man, they called in the Lord. I'm not going to say the Lord. They called in a good Lord, right, to be of high honour and raise the standard to a King of Wands frequency, to be able to draw in the right frequency to have the correct match. That's going to raise the frequency for the whole entire cell. You see what I mean? So these two frequencies, masculine and feminine, just 1121. I just stopped the clock at. So this is good news. Sorry, I'll just try and be quick. We're nearly done. The two frequencies. This is the feminine and the masculine energy within the cell of the ripple, right? That came together at the right frequency, come together to boom, and then the ripple effect of the high frequency goes right across the whole cell, which is like a whole community or group, and then right across the whole planet. This is all happening simultaneously. You understand? This is a simultaneous reaction to a cause. The encoding of the feminine energies has brought the masculines into the right energy for them to come together to raise the frequencies of entire cells that are grouped right across the whole planet. So each cell, that's happening simultaneously. Those frequencies are raising up to this. These are the two energies. Alright? The sun and the abundance, I heard, the wheel of fortune, the cells. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. So I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.